you know how they are up there. He
Yes.
just got back today. He hasn't come back down to earth, so he doesn't really know the protocol. He'll get figured out.
Happens to everyone when they go to Washington.
I want to say how honored I am to get to make this introduction of Belinda, especially since I'm neither an elected official nor president of her district. But I got to know her last year in George, and it's just been such an honor to get to know someone that truly has the servant's heart. For those of you that don't know, the Harris in her name, Harris Ritter, the reason she keeps her name that way is that her parents were murdered in Stone County about 30 years ago. And already planning to be a lawyer, she then became an advocate for victims. And especially an advocate for keeping the bad people behind bars where they belong. And when we've had recent, that's right, John, that was very good. We've had recent issues where people have been paroled and go out and kill somebody. Belinda was front and center in taking on the parole establishment and the bureaucrats who are turning dangerous people out on the street. Now, if there's one thing that is a basic function of government, the most basic, is to protect the people from the predators out there. And Belinda has been doing it since she returned home to Arkansas. And when she served on the California Parole Board, in case you didn't know, she actually served in that capacity when she was practicing law in California. Speaking of California, as I say, that Belinda has the ultimate conservative credentials. If you haven't seen the picture, I encourage you to look. But her campaign brochure has a photo of election night in 1966 when a young actor named Ronald Reagan was elected governor of California. It's standing two people over. There's Belinda. So I said, so much for your conservative credentials. No one has anything to do with it. But it's just been...
I couldn't even vote then. So.
It's just been an honor to get to know her and to see not just her passion. A lot of us are passionate, and there are some of us that have some ability, but to see that combination of passion and ability and knowledge, it's so important because too often county government, from a legislative standpoint, and Carolyn Brown can definitely tell you about this, it's kind of trailing along in letting the legislative branch do what it needs to do. And Carolyn started to move that, and other JPs we have started to move that in the right direction. And Belinda will be such an asset to that. So thank you for coming tonight. Don't forget that your presence and votes are very supportive, but the bucket over here is important too. The campaigns, unfortunately, don't run on air. They have to have your financial support, and I know that she appreciates that much. So thank you, George and Belinda. And Belinda, it's my honor now to introduce you. Next JP, Belinda Harris Ritter.